First things first.
Yeah.
I'm Legend.
I'm Shane.
I'm Zach.
And we are
The Film Junkie
Pod, baby. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So we're going to go over pretty much the end of the year review here. You know, there's some stuff we're going to have to leave out due to some Christmas releases. But besides that, yeah, we've pretty much seen a lot this year. Legend scenes more than the rest of us. But yeah, let's get into it. So we're going to go into a little life update. Legend, would you like to start with our little life update?
Yeah, of course. So I'm about to graduate with my master's.
Hey.
Yeah, literally next week with this guy.
Yeah, I'll be there too.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not playing football anymore. That is over. And I'm currently working retail, while until I get my master's, obviously, and then working for a full-time job. So, yeah, it's a big update with me. Nothing else too crazy.
Yeah, I guess I'll go next. Like Legend said, walking with him next week. Pretty excited to get my master's. Then on to CPA study, start my big boy job coming soon. So, and then also recently engaged.
Yeah.
So got some wedding planning, some other stuff to take care of. But yeah, we'll let Zach take the floor now.
Well, I'm the old guy here. I've been graduated with my master's for a little bit.
No flex.
Yeah.
But I'm currently a teacher. So I teach math and I coach football in the Pittsburgh area. So that's awesome. And then I am also getting married. I got engaged almost a year ago.
Everybody's getting married, folks.
Almost a year ago. So wedding's coming up soon, like 6 months. So very excited about that and excited to join with these guys. I guess that's part of my life update is getting pulled into the pod.
Yeah,
Into the
he's
road.
here.
That's a huge life
That's
update.
a huge update.
Huge
man.
update.
Yeah, marriage is crazy. Hey, shout out to Shotty though. I think got a little shot.
Okay.
But,
No
like,
name
marriage.
dropping? No name
No,
dropping?
Shotty knows who she is.
Okay, no name dropping. All right. Yeah, got it. All right, so we can go into some things we've seen recently maybe we want to talk about a little bit. So, Legend, anything you've been seeing recently that has really caught your eye?
Yeah, so I did just recently finish Stranger Things, the first volume of that. So that's taken up a lot of my time. And then saw Wicked on Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Wicked for Good, love that. Other than that, though, my watches have been pretty down with,
Yeah, the
watch
holiday.
Running Man with you guys.
The holiday and other stuff kind of takes it down. I completely
Exactly.
understand. Getting the Christmas season, got to turn on some Christmas watches.
That's what I'm
So
saying. I did watch that Playmate movie. I think
Playdate, yeah.
Playdate.
Yeah.
Playmate's
which
great.
one was that?
Playdate.
The old
Kevin
Alan Richardson?
James.
Yeah, Kevin
Alan
James.
Richardson.
We put it on yesterday just for like.
No,
It's
I watched
actually
it too.
hilarious.
I loved it.
It was fun. Yeah,
It was stupid, but I loved it.
Stupid, but
Did you
funny.
see that he's like, well, there's a big controversy right now on TikTok.
Oh,
you
great.
guys seen that?
Shout out TikTok.
Mr. Taylor. Kevin
no.
James posing.
Oh yeah, no, I've
no.
seen that. It's like the dude who
People are analyzing his teeth, his
Yeah,
beard.
no, I've
I
seen
did
it. They
not
look the
see
exact
that.
same. Like we need them to be in the same spot because no one's believing it's just a doppelganger.
get
It's
out.
Kevin James.
It's Kevin James.
It's
Gotta
100%.
It's gotta be Kevin James.
Gotta be.
Dang, I didn't see that. I'm gonna have to look into that.
But recent watches for me, I guess. I've been watching Stranger Things. I recently watched Better Sister on Amazon. I've been watching a lot of TV. Landman keeps coming out every week. Welcome to Derry coming out every week.
I have been watching Welcome to Derry a little bit. Yeah.
So I'm pretty tuned into the TV going on. So I've seen a lot going on. So, but yeah.
Okay.
For me, right now I just started the Best in Me series on Netflix, and I'm pretty intrigued with the holidays and stuff. I'm stuck at like episode 3 right now. So I'm excited to continue watching that and see where it goes. It's right up my alley. This kind of went under the radar for a little bit, but the Lazarus Project. I don't know if you guys have seen that.
I did hear that.
Might have. I don't.
It's a series.
What's it on?
It's on Netflix. Yeah.
Maybe.
I binge watched that and it was really good. I really enjoyed it. It's very entertaining. There were some gaps in there for me, but other than that, it was really good. And then I watched Untamed too.
Oh, Untamed was really good.
I enjoyed Untamed.
In Yosemite.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. I was a big fan. yeah, I really did enjoy that one. Gave it kind of like Breaking Bad-esque ish. It had a lot of different points of view, which was really cool. A little bit of Yellowstone, because you get the national park feel.
I was about to say, is it similar to Yellowstone?
No, because there's a lot like I would say honestly, low-key a cross between like Yellowstone and Landman, because you get the drug stuff with the cartels and like other stuff you get in Landman, but you get the national park of Yosemite, which makes for some really pretty shots. Yeah, some really pretty shots. Yeah. But yeah, I guess that wraps up our recent watches. We can head into some of the dinner here. Our top 5 movies of the year. So I guess we can go alternating down. We know we give some honorable mention nods. Yeah, give some honorable mention nods. I guess for me, just missing out on my top 5 would be Wicked for Good. Loved it. It was very good. Whole different pace than the first one. Didn't care. Still loved it. But yeah, if you haven't seen our review on TikTok, you probably should, go and do that, because I talk about it a lot more there. But
for sure. Yeah. I also had Wicked for Good on my honorable mention. I'll shout out Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning as well.
That was close to mine.
Didn't make my top 5, but love that. Tom Cruise just always putting everything out there, putting everything on the line. He's led this franchise for 20 years? Insane. So yeah, Mission Impossible I'd
put on there. Yeah.
I'd say Wicked for Good was on there for me. I think more so just because I love Wicked and seeing the musical.
He's a theater kid.
I do think, though, I don't think you can say that it's like, it is a separate movie, but it also continues the storyline. So I kind of view them together, more so because if you're pulling from the musical and you have an act 1 and an act 2, you don't just leave the theater and go home and come back in a year and watch it and compare the 2 acts differently.
Yeah.
I think you have to compare them together, the progression of the characters through the first movie
into
the second movie.
Yep.
And I think that's what a lot of people are saying, that the second one was, like dropped the ball a bit. I do think some of the directing choices was a little interesting for me, but other than that, I loved it, and I think it did continue the storyline very well from the first one. So
I saw your TikTok. I was curious about your ending. You didn't like the ending.
No, so I guess we can talk about the spoilers a little bit now.
Yeah.
It's been out.
Let's get into spoilers here.
I just, me personally, when Fiyero and Alphaba are leaving and they're going into the place beyond Oz, why is it a desert?
Oh, okay.
And that ending, I wasn't a huge fan of the choice there, of like that scene and her looking back in the desert. I was like, it could have been a better way to end this thing.
Is it confirmed a desert?
Well, that's what it looks like.
It looks like
it's just like a
wasteland.
It's just a wasteland.
That's what they said, was they didn't know it was beyond Oz. Like nothing was beyond Oz.
I don't know if like I said, I've never seen the musical. I know you two both have. Do they is it comparable to like what's in the musical?
Well, they end up together, like it's the same deal.
Yeah,
I
didn't know if it's ever touched on what's really beyond Oz.
They haven't.
No,
not really.
They didn't even
so they kind of took some creative freedom into it.
Yeah, I do get it. I think it's more of like they have their happily ever after together, right? And so that's like the difference between the Wizard of Oz and this.
Yeah,
and I think the main thing that I'm getting at is it's almost like they were saying that Alphaba like yearned to be in Oz, and obviously she wanted to change all the stuff in Oz, but that moment where she's abandoning Oz to get her happy ending.
I don't think that's fair, because she did everything she could.
I think she gave Oz the happy ending.
Yeah,
she didn't get her happy ending
because she told Glinda like there has to be a wicked witch.
Yeah, like the wicked witch has to die so that Oz can go back. Someone has to be wicked.
But we still have the wizard, and obviously the wizard ends up getting like with Dorothy, all that stuff happens. But if you look at the Wizard of Oz and you look at Wicked, personally, you could look at it, and this is more of a conspiracy theory. I don't know if I actually believe
that's fair.
But Galinda really could be the villain of the entire story.
Especially the Wizard of Oz.
She not only killed you could say that she killed Alphaba's sister.
Yeah.
You could say that she killed.
Can you?
Yeah, I mean,
Alpha.
She didn't tell her to drop a house.
Yeah,
on
but
her.
she's the one who brought up the
The
idea.
rumor.
That
She
she
did.
did
She
target.
brought
She
up
said you
Nessa.
have to go after
Yeah,
Nessa.
you're right. I'll give you that.
And then who ends up taking control of everything at the end of the movie in Oz?
Glinda.
Yeah.
Just something to think about.
Drop
That's
the
a good
gun.
point.
Just Glinda.
Just
no
Glinda. I know. She kept
But
Yeah.
overall though, I thought it was good.
No, a little callback to the first
Yeah, I
movie,
call it back. Yeah,
I think the main thing is just some of the scenes, the way they were depicted, I wasn't a huge fan of, and the additional music numbers. Like, I don't think Alphaba needed to sing that song to the animals. I think you could get that with dialogue of her trying to keep them to stay.
Yeah.
And I don't think you need a girl in the bubble. I didn't really like the song.
Ooh.
Because of the tone switch.
Yeah.
Because the second act is
It
a
didn't
different
fit.
type of tone. It doesn't fit. It's crazy. It's not crazy, but it's just a different type of song.
Yeah.
Mm,
It fits
I don't
more
know.
with the first part than the
I-
second.
Great cast.
what
great
I
acting.
appreciated, I will
Besides Michelle
say,
Yeoh.
with the ending, I was telling Cam, Michelle Yeoh, man, she's getting too much hate, alright? Alright, shout out Michelle Yeoh, we love you.
And Everything Everywhere All at Once. Not Wicked Part 2.
But anyway, I love the homage to the whisper, the last shot at the end,
Yeah.
like the playbill where
Yeah.
Ariana whispers and
Mhm.
love that shot, beautiful.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you included that in your ending, like you didn't like.
No,
'Cause that was the ending shot.
It
but-
was more so of not the full, like, it was more so just them walking the desert and then her, like.
Mm,
I just thought the Beyond Oz thing could have been done a little differently.
yeah, for sure.
But overall, I really enjoyed it still.
Mm.
And that's kind of where I was at. But I think there were parts that it could have been better than what it was. And I think maybe that's coming from a fan of the musical. Your expectations are high and you want it to be the best it can be.
I was right with you, brother.
So,
Yeah. Okay.
But, yeah, also, I just want to shout out, F1. F1 was
Yeah, F1.
cookie cutter, but,
No, that last lap, bro.
Yeah.
In the F1.
Like I said, cookie
Some
cutter.
of the best racing
Sounds,
I've seen.
visuals,
Yeah, sounds.
you got it all. Also, I will shout out, I will say Fantastic Four was better than Superman. I won't take the hate.
This guy.
So, I had to put it in there because, it's the truth.
Let's talk about
this
it.
would be a whole
Alright.
nother episode on Marvel.
Yeah,
We
you
could,
know,
we
get
could
me
separate
cooking,
it. We could separate it.
Yeah, we can
Like,
talk about it at a later date.
I would say that I don't know. I really like Superman, but I feel like Marvel
First
bias.
Steps is better.
Marvel bias comes in.
The Marvel bias, I'm over.
Don't
bro.
call it Superman.
I-
man.
I
do
do
think
better film.
Don't
Marvel's
call
on the
it
way
Superman.
down. Marvel's downhill.
It's called Superman.
Don't call it Superman. Call it freaking Metropolis.
This guy's mad because there was other.
Yeah, because James
heroes
Gunn
in
can't
the
do a solo
bro.
movie. He can't do it.
All right, he does the team ups really well.
He does. He's awesome, dude. Love
He
Guardians.
knows, he
Love
knows
them all.
where he's best.
No,
all
he
right.
does. He does, but he sticks to his guns. I'm happy he's not directing the whole universe because I actually really do like where they're going. So I'm really excited for Supergirl, and I'm actually happy he's not directing because I don't need a team up.
All right. Another. I also.
Go ahead. No, you're good. No, you're good. No, you're good. Go.
I wanted to shout out him. The movie Him.
Mm.
Yeah, I know
I
this
actually
guy.
didn't get to see it.
Him,
Yeah, good.
I almost
starring-
watched.
Yeah.
No, it's higher on my list.
Tariq Withers, Marlon Wayans.
Marlon Wayans is great.
Justin Tipping movie. It got a lot of hate. I loved it. I think it was very experimental, very nuanced.
They just gave some really bad looks visual-wise, in my opinion. I do like a lot of the stuff they did touching on athletes and recovery and a bunch of other stuff. I really like the message that it sent. Visual stuff really threw me for the loop.
I agree, and it's choppy.
Is.
There's some scenes in there where you're like, this doesn't fit.
Yeah.
You could tell that it was supposed to be longer, and they cut it down.
It's like they weren't going in with some of it was reading psych thriller, some of it wasn't. So
I agree.
There
But
was
Tariq Withers is a star, and I do think you'll see him in a lot in the next 5 to 10 years.
Marlon Wayans was the best person on that cast, though, without a doubt.
His performance,
yeah,
I
that's what I'm
agree.
saying.
I agree. I think
He
he
had
has the best performance
in the movie. He was the star. He was the show.
Okay.
But yeah, I guess we can move into our top 5 now.
Yeah, I think I'm ready for it. Yeah.
Legend, you want to get into your number 5?
Yeah. My number 5 was Twinless with starring Dylan O'Brien. I don't think
You're Dylan. I didn't see
I'm a
it, but I
Dylan
know you're
O'Brien
Dylan.
glazer.
So
Yeah, it's directed by James Sweeney. Yeah, James Sweeney. It's about basically like the concept of, losing your twin and like the impact that has on, the other twin that's still alive.
It's a cool
And
concept.
it very cool. And that's what kind of drives the movie is just that concept in general. But Dylan O'Brien is so good in this because he obviously plays two different people at one point so well. And yeah, I just appreciated the direction of it. The screenplay was really good. You would have ate up. There's like some split screen sequences. Oh my god, you would have ate them up.
That's my style.
Yeah, literally. But yeah, it's my number 5. Unless.
All right, can't hate it. Number 5, I'm tapping into the horror genre. It was actually a horrible year for traditional horror. I guess if you slap Sinners in and him.
I think you make a good point.
In traditional horror, it was a horrible year, but I'm gonna tap in with Bring Her Back. I think it was the best horror movie of the year. I'm not classifying Sinners as a horror movie. I'm not sure what class it goes into, but traditional horror, Bring Her Back was my favorite of the year, and that is why it gets my number 5. But
love Bring Her Back.
Yeah.
Another great.
It's gross, man.
Very disturbing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sally Hawkins, the mom, is really good in that.
Yeah. Better than Weapons, without a doubt.
Yeah, for sure.
Weapons was a miss.
Oh, God. Do we want to go into
No,
that
it's
right?
okay.
Yeah, we'll
No.
wait. There's going to be a segment later.
Yeah.
All right, Zach.
I just want to preface my list. So with having my first job and stuff, I haven't been able to get out into the theaters as much. So a lot of the movies I've seen with the 2025 releases, I either see on stream or when we get this gang together and go out to the movies.
It's understandable.
So there's
a lot going on.
some oddballs on my list, and it's more so just like plot and films that I enjoyed, as well as some of the directing and the cinematography as a whole. So there's partial bias in my list of just my genres that I like and enjoy, and then partially actually like overall good films. So at 5, I have The Fountain of Youth. I love this movie because it was all about adventure and discovery, and it mixed in history. I'm kind of a history nut as well. So it's kind of like a National Treasure-esque film for me, which I'm a huge National Treasure guy. I could probably quote it verbatim.
It's
the
a great movie.
only thing that Nicolas Cage is good in.
Stop. We don't need to. No, we don't gotta go. That's so
But
crazy.
I thought John Krasinski and Natalie Portman did. They were great together.
Yeah,
I thought they
Apple
worked
TV,
really well.
stellar cast.
I need to watch it. Man.
Apple TV be putting on, man.
They've been doing it recently, man.
Huge into their shows.
And I love their take on the Fountain of Youth, like that it had a price. So it like that was a really cool ending scene, and like the visions that John was having like throughout it. I thought it brought everything kind of together of like, what are you willing to lose in order to gain? And so there was that theme aspect that was in there too at the end that I thought it was just going to be a entertaining adventure movie, but then they threw that in there, which was awesome.
Yeah, we love some good themes.
Yeah, some deep underlying meaning.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay. What, off to number 4?
Yeah, go ahead.
My number 4 of the year is going to be PTA's latest One Battle After Another.
Too low.
Fair enough. Starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Benicio del Toro, and Chase Infinity, who that I believe that's her debut film, which is
it was.
crazy.
It wasn't saying that was her first
debut and almost star.
I don't even know how
PTA
you
film.
get that role.
I'm curious of what that audition process was like what made PTA like this.
I'm not
this girl's
hating.
it.
I'm not hating. I'm just saying to get in that movie to be your first movie is quite insane.
Yes, but she's great in it.
Yeah, she was. She was good.
Sean Penn, I know you're gonna touch on him.
Yeah,
He's great in it.
I'd argue performance of the year.
It's especially supporting performance of the year. I could definitely see that. I think he'll get nominated at the Oscars.
You should win it.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, it's everything you want in a movie like that with great performances, great pace. Like it's a long movie. You don't really feel it. In my opinion.
I agree. I didn't have any longs really.
Facts.
And I mean it's a long one.
Funny dynamic between, some of these characters. But yeah, that's my number 4. One battle after another.
That's like, my new like goat dinner party list. I need like Leo and Del Toro there because like that's
work it, dude.
yeah, it's going real well there.
Would you have Leo there? I don't. Do you like Leo?
A big fan.
Didn't know that.
Big fan. 4th on my list, I'm gonna go from the John Wick universe, Ballerina. I went in pleasantly surprised. I will say it had the best pure action of the year, without a doubt. Their sequences were insane. The only one that even rivals it was Mission Impossible, and I don't think it's that close. Mission Impossible had some action scenes. They did some really cool shots and other stuff, but Tom's getting a little bit older, which is understandable.
Don't do that.
This guy.
It's like 60.
He's 60 and he's still looking great.
No, he looks great, but he's not gonna give you what he used to. He's not.
My god. Did you see that underwater scene?
Like I said, that
for like 2 hours.
It was really. I said they did some really cool shots, but like the whole hand to hand and everything else from the action that you're looking for, Ballerina gives you 10 times more, and all the sequences are great. Like honestly, they were all insane. The grenades and explosions and everything else.
Ice skates.
Yeah, I went on saying I'm not quite sure how great of an actress Ana de Armas is, but I think she found her lane, and I think she should stay in it. This calls for her. She was outstanding. We'll talk more about her later, but yeah, Ballerina comes in. My number 4 with the best pure action of the year.
That's one I didn't get to see, and I really wanted to see. I was bummed that I didn't get out to see it.
Yeah.
So I look forward to watching it, especially if you're ranking it that high.
Yeah, it'll hit just as hard at home, without a doubt.
Yeah, I agree.
Need a little bit bigger of a TV just to appreciate all the stuff going on, but I do
still,
think it'll hit just as hard as home.
I'll definitely like it.
Yeah. Nice.
At 4, I have Mountainhead. So very oddball list, like I said. Mountainhead is all about basically these billionaires billionaires and millionaires. It's a group of like 5 of them. They go to this place that the one who has the least net worth, he just got this new, like, it's basically like a villain lair on the side of the mountain. And he calls it Mountainhead. And they always like give him like crap because he like has the least amount of money, but it's still worth like millions. And so
Mountainhead's a fire name, by the way.
Yeah, I thought it was tough. But he still like tries to like get their approval. And like that's like kind of the whole movie. Basically, the AI implications, like they talk about this AI code that one of them has written and made them so much money. And basically it's causing the downfall of society with all these deep AI fakes and deep fakes of like.
I love the new AI.
I'm tired of them in movies.
I mean, it's starting to, but if you do it correctly, I think it's a good plot line.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Prime example. Don't do it. They did not do it right.
Yeah.
I do like, the AI dupes and fakes and, that stuff really causing problems. Because, I saw someone talking about the other day, Morgan Freeman is really upset about the AI deepfakes right now. Because,
I didn't see that.
Yeah, he's not happy. I saw it on, I forget whose podcast they were interviewing somebody. It was pretty popular. They were talking about the, Morgan Freeman. There was no one more upset than Morgan Freeman because, how many roles does that guy get just for his voice? You know what I mean? He's like, I don't even gotta go to the studio anymore.
That is true, bro.
No, don't worry.
I didn't think of
Don't worry, Morgan.
We'll
do it for you. We'll cut you just a tiny check because we don't need you in person.
That's crazy work.
Yeah.
So who stars in the Mountainhead?
Steve Carell is a big name in that.
Yeah.
And then other than that, it's literally just those 5 guys.
Yeah.
And it takes place on this mountain.
Which I love.
I thought Steve Carell was awesome in it. It's a very different
underrated actor.
And as he goes through like his character, like he wants control. He wants all of this stuff. And so basically they try to buy a country. Like they try to come together. And it really shows like the control that the rich could have. And so it touched on that stuff, which I loved. And also like Steve Carell's like doing this like crazy things to try and make it happen. And so it's like an inner battle too of like, what are you willing to go to? What
lengths are you willing to go to?
So I really liked it. It mixed everything that I kind of liked together, and I thought I was gonna hate it, but no, it was pretty good.
I love movies like that. Like, you go into not thinking anything, and it's like, turns out to be one of your favorite movies.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, let you want to get into your third favorite movie of the year.
Number 3, okay. Number 3 I actually saw with Zach a long time ago. I think it was back in March. Steven Soderbergh's Presence. I know this is streaming on Hulu now, but yeah, the reviews are very mixed. I've seen many who rate it very high like I do, and I see there's people who don't like it, and I get that because it's definitely experimental. Like, other than, like, there's a movie called Ghost Story, I don't think there's another film that really takes the perspective of, like, in the name Presence or a ghost. Like, the whole movie are kind of in that perspective as far as the camera and the shooting of it.
That's really cool.
I will say the direction. I probably could have said that as my honorable mention. It kind of slipped my mind a little bit, but the direction. I know we talked about that a lot after the movie.
Bro,
nobody has really done that. It was kind of like a shot that you have in a slasher, from that perspective of like behind the hedges.
Yes.
But it was like the entire movie. You felt like you were like a part of this thing that was in the house.
Literally. From the opening shot, you literally roam with this thing around an empty house, like as if you're it. I thought it was beautiful. The performances are good. There's nobody notable really other than Lucy Liu that most people would know. Everybody else is like, this is kind of their first movie or, you know, their first big project. But I would say the credit mostly goes to Steven Soderbergh for just doing something very different that I don't think a lot of people really appreciated.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to tap in, that's for sure.
Tap in,
but for me, number 3, Stephen King adaptation, The Long Walk. I thought The Long Walk was an absolute masterpiece. Legend will...
Bro, masterpiece.
Yes.
I'm going to be honest, I didn't watch it because I did not think it was going to be good.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, I will tell you what. I would have been one of those first people to see it and walk on the treadmill myself. Because The Long Walk is a masterpiece.
Okay, on the treadie.
Dude, they had the early showings. It was like but their thing was you had to do the long walk. You had to walk the whole movie.
That was
above. The thing was, if you don't stay, you get the same rules as the contestants, and if you don't stay above 3 miles an hour, they'll kick you out. You don't get to finish the movie.
That was great marketing.
That's pretty cool.
It was really cool. The performances by that cast were really great. The world building was next level. This movie's told through dialogue. The whole movie is literally just told through dialogue, and I ate it up. I wasn't bored 1 second of it. No. And by a movie, literally strictly dialogue, and a tad bit of world building around it, and some really great underlying themes. The Long Walk, I will say, was easily a top 3 movie of the year.
So if I go home and watch this, and I'm not impressed,
Legend, you'll be right with Legend.
Just to throw around masterpiece.
Give me that time back.
Yeah, I'll give it back to you.
Yeah, I did enjoy, like, Cooper Hoffman is Philip Seymour Hoffman's son. He's a star in the movie. Nepo.
Nepo babies are great. Good. I'm all for Nepo babies. They're killing it.
They're killing it. I'm not even gonna lie. But David Johnson's really good in it.
Yeah,
I think he's the standout. But
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
They were kind of co-leads, honestly.
Yeah, I would say that.
Obviously, we got into we got into his backstory a little bit more just because like of the tie to everything else. But
that was one of the issues I had was you're literally just in this walk. Like, you don't get backstory.
I didn't need it.
This movie, it's literally just. And I feel like to really...
I think you're going to really like it, actually. I think it sets the tone.
Maybe personally. I love it.
Yeah, I think you are. I think you're going to be like, oh my God, Kemp, you're right. That was a freaking masterpiece. That was a masterpiece. And I'm going to be like, Zach, you're welcome.
Masterpiece is a pretty high bar.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. Well, we'll see, I guess.
Okay. We'll hear from later date.
All right, indeed. All right, Zach.
Okay, I'll turn it on right now.
In the background, just throw it on.
My third is A House of Dynamite.
Trash.
Dang. Let him go.
So, I think this is it's very slow burn.
Ooh.
It doesn't pay off.
High political tension.
I agree.
I won't get there. Okay.
You know what he just said? He said you have to be intelligent to like this movie. That's what he just said.
You have a high political tension. Idris Elba is fantastic.
He's great
in everything, to be honest.
Wow.
I love him.
He doesn't play.
I love Idris too,
him.
but they're one of my worst
One of my
movies.
biggest pet peeves of this movie is that
He wasn't in it enough. He wasn't in it enough. I will say that.
The checkbook wasn't blank. That was the problem.
I will say he was not in it enough. Rebecca Ferguson's in it, and
performances were great.
is in it too.
I love Rebecca Ferguson.
And I also thought, let me see if I can read my writing here.
Anthony Ramos.
So basically, I think this is going to touch on what Kemp's problem with the movie is the way that it ends is the entire time you have this stream of consciousness. It really reminded me of Faulkner's writing in As L.A. Dying. You have the stream of consciousness from different perspectives as this nuke is about to impact Chicago or New York. And it's going from person to person. And as that's happening, you get pans of the city, right? So you see people just going about their day when this is actually a real threat. Nobody knows.
Yep.
So we have all these nukes that are in our world right now. So this could be happening right now. As we're
I
making
agree.
our
It was very
podcast,
realistic.
Right? So along with the stream of consciousness, the ending is Idris in his helicopter or in his airplane. I forget which exactly it was. But he's deciding if he should bomb a country, but they have no idea where this nuke is coming from that's about to hit the U.S.
Yeah, the moral dilemma.
And
that
so
comes through it.
that stream of consciousness constantly went black and shifted perspectives with 20 minutes on the clock until impact. Black shift, black shift. The movie ends with him in the plane.
With no decision.
And you don't know his decision. It goes black. So, in my eyes, that's switching the perspective to the audience. To who's watching the movie now.
I agree.
I like that.
Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't think this movie is for everybody. I personally was frustrated at the end of it, but then it got me thinking when I was sitting there staring at a black screen, like, wait a second, that is like, that's what's happening.
Makes sense.
Right
it's
now.
realistic.
It makes sense, but
What say you?
I think I really honestly did care. I didn't mind that we switched stream of consciousness to different parts of people going on. I liked it. My problem was you knew exactly where it was going after the first switch. And then you knew what ride you were
it was
along
going
for.
where.
You knew this movie was going to end nowhere.
Ooh.
I don't think you did.
I think it ended absolutely nowhere. That's
No,
my
but I'm
biggest
saying
problem
I don't
with the
think
movie.
you knew that going in that it was not going to end somewhere.
I did after the first switch. Once we went back in time to someone else's point of view, I knew this movie was going to end absolutely nowhere, and I was stuck along the ride. Because I was then 40 minutes into the movie, 45 minutes into the movie, I was stuck on the ride. You can't get off. I'm not going to turn off the movie because I know where it's going. I did very much care to see the other people's perspectives. But once again, you arrive at no final purpose.
I think you do, though.
I disagree.
Because here's the thing, is the president is now asking his wife, who has no say, no command at all over a nuclear strike, but he's asking for her opinion. And he's asking all these people for their opinion. The intern he was asking for the opinion of.
Yeah.
Right?
That dude's a stud.
I think it brings out humanity of these decisions. Like, it's not easy. Yeah, we could say, oh yeah, it's easy for someone to strike somebody that, unfairly attacks somebody and it's unjust.
But if you don't
and
know
we
who it
need
is.
justice.
Yeah.
Right? But the human aspect in there, we were like,
it's
still hard to press that button. It's not as easy as everyone thinks to just press that button. And are people pressing buttons that we don't know about?
Yeah.
This is true.
Listen, I love the performances from the cast. I honestly don't hate the movie as much as I rated the movie.
You just don't like where it went.
And I respect that.
The end really threw me, or I was
Which I don't think it's for everybody.
No, I agree. It's definitely not for everybody, but I would recommend giving it a watch because you will become extremely frustrated like the rest of us.
Yeah, fair enough. I need to watch it. I have not seen this. But I love everybody that's in the film, so I feel like
it's rockstar cast.
It is. The cast is awesome.
And the concept sounds interesting.
It was.
So enough to watch.
Like I said, the first act, I don't think I've been drawn more to a movie than that movie. The first point of view, like I was so locked in. And then it blipped, and I said, "Oh, you
wanted to stay there. You're trying to stay with that perspective."
Yeah, I was.
Well, it's human.
You want to know what to
have a decision, right?
Right.
And to have a conclusion. And I think that's what they targeted with the movie.
I agree.
Is that they wanted you to be aware that this is a real problem and we don't know what's happening. So the frustration you felt watching that movie is the frustration you should feel in your everyday life.
That's a bar right there.
Yeah. Okay.
I rest my case.
That's a
Listen,
bar.
your case is fine where it's at. We'll move on.
Objection, Your Honor.
We'll move on. Legend, give us your number 2.
My number 2. This snuck in recently. Saw this a few weeks ago. Richard Linklater's latest film, who is my favorite director, by the way. A little bias here. Starring Ethan Hawke. It's called Blue Moon. Margaret Qualley is also in this film. It basically follows the story of a man named Lorenz Hart. He's like a writer, like screenplay, like for musicals, like a playwright, I guess is the right term for it. And he obviously he's a real person, so it's like a biopic. But the thing about biopics that I usually hate is like it's someone who's renowned and like you already know them. And
Except for MJ, give it to us.
Yeah, we'll take MJ. It's MJ. But usually that's what I hate about biopics is like dude, we've heard enough about this person. We don't need another like project about them. But with this guy, he's someone who's very underlooked, but still made an impact. And I think Ethan Hawke just does a great job playing the person of Lorenz Hart. The writing in this film, so good. Richard Linklater doesn't miss with his writing in any of his movies. And to top it off, you have like some great supporting performances in this as well. You're in one setting in a bar like the whole time, so like that could turn a lot of people off. It's one setting, you don't really leave. But that just goes to show you how good the writing is. Like, I mean, I was engaged the entire time.
All right.
And yeah, I got to see this at a fresh new theater too, Sewickley, PA.
Oh yeah,
out. Never been to that theater. It was very cool.
What was it? Was it an AMC? Was it a?
No, it was just like a local like not a chain, just something It was cool too because the previews they just have this montage video of like them putting the theater together.
Oh,
and,
that's
like,
cool.
all the kids going to see some movies and
That's
stuff.
cool.
So there's no
That's
previews.
awesome.
It's just like this montage video of like how they put it together.
Oh, that's sweet.
That's really cool. I'll
Really
check it out.
cool. But yeah, Blue Moon, great. Love Margaret Qualley. She's so good in everything. I've been saying this in multiple videos. She's one of my favorite young actresses working.
Yeah, I'm very happy Honey didn't make your list.
Just missed as number 6.
Oh no.
But yeah, she's also a Nepo baby.
I think
Great
she's
Nepo baby.
I think she's great. I have went on record. I think The Substance is trash. I also don't like Honey Don't. I do think she's great. One of her standouts for me was The Maid. She was outstanding.
Yes,
in that.
Netflix show. That was probably her breakout.
But a lot of things she's been in recently, I haven't been a fan of. I have been a fan of her. Like she was great in The Substance. I do feel like that. I just hated the movie.
Yeah, I didn't like The Substance.
I still need to watch
Legend needs to watch it.
Yeah, don't waste time.
Yeah. I know he needs to because I this is one of the movies that I know that I hate that I think Legend will like.
Yeah,
I think you will like it too.
I like Demi Moore too.
I mean, Demi Moore is a great actress, but
She's great in Landman.
Demi Moore's in Landman? I didn't know this. Oh wow, get out.
The Substance was it was a whole nother thing.
Yeah, that was last year. We'll stick to this year. I guess my number 2, told Legend his was too low. One battle after another. PTA. Another masterpiece, I will say. The visuals, I think.
I agree with you here.
The only nitpick, I will say, me and Legend disagreed. I think the final chase scene wasn't. Oh, that's nitpicking. I think it was shot the way it was supposed to be shot. I personally liked it, but I could see how people were like, "Oh my god, these cars are going so fast," but this scene is moving so slow through these hills.
I agree.
That's my one nitpick. How I could see people could pick that apart. Other than it tackles a lot of today's issues that could bring controversial takes to really just the world, and depending on how you view the world, I don't really care to get into that, but I do care that
Government's out to get us.
Yeah, so they touched on a lot of issues in that movie, which I thought were really good. They touched on a lot of immigration issues and other stuff that really, if you don't really take a deep look into it, you don't really see.
Very undertone.
Yeah, they touched into some white supremacy and some other stuff just between like world leaders and
I forgot about that whole
shot.
plot. Yeah, that's a big one.
They like throw it in there, and they went all
That's
out.
the one they're allowed with.
Yeah, they went all out. There was some crazy bits. Sean Penn, you're an animal.
Yeah, that guy, bro.
100% most hateable guy of the year, but also like, wow, what a
Great
phenomenal job. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Chase Infinity.
Chase Infinity, yeah, she was great. Like we touched on her. Leah, outstanding. This guy has no clue what's going on. It made for like the funniest thing. You're used to seeing him be like kind of funny. I like in like a serious role that he was in, but like this, man, he was so funny in that, and Del Toro was also outstanding. So good. But yeah,
I've seen all the previews, and I really want. I was like, I'm pretty sure I told Legend that was one of the ones I wanted to watch. But
you did.
It's just hard to find time. And so it's like,
and it's not on streaming yet. So I mean, if you didn't go to theaters, it's like.
It's coming.
It's such a bummer though when you wanted to go see a movie and then it doesn't work out.
Yeah, I agree.
So I'll be looking for that on stream.
Yeah, it'll come.
So
definitely,
I'm gonna get hate for my number 2 from these guys and probably from you guys. So number 2 is Running Man for me.
You're not getting as much hate from me as you think.
I want to say the main reason for this is I do think there's problems with the film. Overall, plot-wise and relevance of today, I thought that it was fantastic. So, dystopian future ran by media, plot, probably a 9 out of 10 for me. How they accomplished what they wanted to do with the plot, missed.
Yeah.
The totalitarianism,
classism.
Surveillance, classism, propaganda, I was craving a more serious depiction of those themes. And I said this in our post-game interview after the film.
I like that.
Yeah.
It reminded me a lot of George Orwell's 1984 with all of those themes. And obviously Running Man is a remake. So Running Man actually came out 2 years after George Orwell's 1984.
That's a great pickup.
And so a lot of people said that was like a modern day depiction of the themes from 1984. And I did some little research a little more deeply.
Okay.
1984, George Orwell wrote that in 1949.
Oh.
Right? So that's about like a... What would that be? A 35-year difference or something like that. 2025, this movie is set in 2089.
Yep.
So it's very similar of like, and I can see like a lot of that technology. We just talked about the AI and the deep fakes and stuff. And what was the media doing that entire time? He controlled the narrative the whole time.
Yeah.
And I personally was like, that's not that far off.
No.
Sure.
Like when you think about where everything's going, and now that you can just like submit people's like a video of them doing whatever, and then it makes a completely new video of them, and it sounds like them. It's scary stuff. And so like I feel like we're not that far off from that. And so I think if you take a deep dive into it, and that's why I was so invested when we saw it, and why it's ranked so high is because I was like, whoa, like I fully immersed myself in that, and probably because I'm obsessed with dystopian society stuff and all that stuff.
Yeah, I love those.
So it really drew me in, and that's why it's at 2 for me. I think obviously problems with the film overall, too comedic, not serious enough for me. If you wanted it to be this type of movie, you had to pick. Yeah, you can't do both.
I think with this was the director choice. You went with Edgar Wright, who's synonymous for action and comedy. And that's what you got.
And I think Glenn could have pulled off if you went with a more serious role.
You think?
I think so.
I think that's one of his issues.
I think personally in the movie he's like one of the most serious characters throughout it. I think he does have some comedic moments of like,
that's
a little thing here, a little thing here.
I think he fully what I had trouble buying into.
No, I think he brings that little. If he was cast in that sort of role, he brings that little edge of comedy where he like can like throw it in, like kind of like, I'm not saying not even close to comparing. Jim Carrey gets he would get some serious roles, but then he'd throw in his bits of comedy. I'm not comparing the two.
Did you watch the number 23? Don't hate on Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
I'm not.
He's
saying
hating
he's
the.
too
I'm not
good.
comparing.
We're comparing. Glenn
No,
Powell to
did you
Jim
not hear
Carrey.
me? Did you not hear me?
I'm sorry, but you did
he's
compare
not-
him just now.
Well, no,
I'm
he's
talking
saying
about,
more
like-
so the type of
Like funny
the type of
actors
roles
who can
not
do
the-
a serious role and
I
throw
don't
in
think
bits
Glenn
of
Powell's
comedy.
a funny actor. Though.
I would say
I think he
he's-
has the charisma to be funny. Is what I'm saying. Like,
I would
can't
compare him
see
to Matthew McConaughey at the beginning of his
Okay.
career.
I
He did a lot of
respect that.
rom-coms, and then he held out and held out and held out and held out until he got the serious role. And
This
then
ain't the serious
he takes
role.
it and goes. No, it's not.
Yeah, but
we're saying that
did a
it's,
like I think he'll be
if it
great in
was,
the
he
serious
would,
role.
I
he would
agree.
have knocked it out of the park. In my
Okay,
opinion.
we're on the same page.
I think he can fit into that part. I think he can fit
I'm
into
with
that
y'all
part.
now. I'm with y'all.
All
All right,
That
get number
makes a lot
one.
more
Go
sense.
ahead, get your number one out there.
Number one's
Oh,
coming
finally.
next. Right after this. Just kidding, we don't have advertisements.
No, we don't. We're
No
not.
ads here. We are not your streaming service.
No
Unless
budget.
somebody wants to sponsor.
Unless you're watching this on YouTube, the ad might pop up right now.
All right. The moment we've been waiting for. Number one film of the year for me has been the number one film since I've watched it.
Yeah.
Way back when was it April or March?
I don't even remember the release date.
I think it's late April, but pushing March. Sinners, directed by Ryan Coogler, starring Michael B. Jordan, who's fantastic in this movie. I have seen it 3 times,
Yep.
3 or 4 times,
I've
and
seen it
it's
4.
just as good every time I see it. Score, soundtrack is amazing. I think the
Best
music's
of the
probably
year.
the best. Yeah, the best thing in this. Ludwig Göransson, I think, is the composer.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that just
That just
makes
put it over
for
the top.
Yeah,
All the performances are great in this. I personally love the plot and the way they curated it into this. That there's so much symbolism and themes into this, but it's just a vampire flick on top of it, so it makes it a little more attractive to an audience and a little more entertaining. And yeah, this is just a beautiful film.
And we were talking about that before. Of I think one of the things that I said was the vampire stuff, and you said that's just the avenue that he took,
Yeah.
and that got me thinking too. And it's yeah, I guess it really isn't that far out there. Of oh yeah, you could have gone that. But I do agree the score was amazing and the music was amazing, and obviously won for Oppenheimer previously, and,
Right.
and now doesn't really miss
no.
with the music.
Literally at
So,
all.
Music is such an important part of film and storytelling too. It goes a big difference.
I think you did make a good point though. I think he had a lot in his head that he wanted to do with it,
Yeah.
so he did try to mix together a lot of different concepts. But I just think, for everything he had to put together, he did it pretty well.
No, I think he did.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's also why it's coming in at my number one movie
Yeah.
of the year.
Great transition.
Twins.
Yeah.
You're not twinless.
Nope, we're not.
Good bit right there. Good
But
bit.
no, it was easily my favorite movie of the year. It's one of my few 5 out of 5s on Letterboxd.
Yeah. This is something you call a masterpiece. Now,
Yeah.
plug that.
It is. It is. I would 100% say it's a masterpiece. But building off the whole vampire thing, I wouldn't even have been mad if they scrapped the vampires and went straight into more of Smoke and Stack's story.
I probably would have liked it more
Yeah, there's people that would for sure. I think,
without the vampire.
but for the general
aspect.
audience, do you think
I don't know.
a Jim Crow era movie that's gonna be attractive to
I think
every
it would've
audience?
I do. I think it would.
I think it would have hit. I just don't know if it's gonna get more people to the theater. To
I
see
just
it.
don't know if you can do that. See, I would have liked. Once again, it makes it a whole completely different movie. Is if you scrap the vampires, you bring in all the other stuff, it becomes a lot more dramatic.
Yeah. That's what I was looking.
You make Sammy like a struggling musician,
Yeah.
trying to get his big break, and you make it more about the Jim Crow South. But once again, I'm really not critiquing. That's just a different avenue to take.
Yeah.
I personally loved it. I thought it was phenomenal. Like we talked about the soundtrack, the supporting actors, Delta Slim, whoever, I forget who plays him. He was great.
Oh yeah.
Sammy was great. Perline, great.
Well, she was in Running Man.
Yeah, she was in Running Man.
She was
phenomenal.
Glenn Powell's love interest.
Phenomenal performances.
Yeah.
Michael B. Killer.
Michael B.
Haley Steinfeld was pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Did you think there was any disparity with the? I thought he did a really good job of making the twins look like real and feel like they were like talking to each other, but at times I felt like it was like maybe because you're focusing on that a little more of like
I thought
the disconnect without like
I thought they did a great job.
But it's just them two like
I thought they did a great job, especially at the beginning of the movie where they're side by side. You know.
I hated it. Yeah,
so did I. They did some behind the scenes shots of that I saw.
It's really
behind
amazing
the scenes work. They did some really cool stuff.
Yeah, they said Michael B was like really like in tune with that.
Oh, he was all
like,
in, man.
Full like into character. Like you could easily tell which, if he was smoke or stack.
Yeah.
Off screen. Yeah.
That's really, like I said, they did a really cool stuff. They did really, really good stuff there that I deeply appreciated, and I hope they leave it alone.
I also love there's a lot of inspiration. I love that Ryan Coogler's been very open about like what's inspired him to make that movie. For instance, Lost was like my favorite vampire movie of all time. He said that was heavily inspired for this movie. Even like Puss in Boots' Last Wish, he said the red eyes from the wolf was what inspired Remick having the bright red eyes. Just cool like little nuanced stuff I like.
And the music was the show.
Music's so good, man.
I think that's where like too I like it was the what we talked about, like what genre would you place this in, and I know Kemp said like I wouldn't really place this in horror. I wouldn't either.
I agree.
Just because there's vampires and it doesn't make it a horror movie.
No, I agree.
And I think that's why like the different avenues, and I think maybe like that's why I was looking for more of just a straight up drama, and like maybe wanted to steer it in that a traditional direction versus like you said, Ledge, like a different avenue, and like using the vampires is like part of how he wanted to tell the story, and like so that is a perspective that like to have of like how that went, because obviously it didn't make my top 5, and I know I'll catch some heat.
Man, it's alright.
But yeah, so
okay, what's your
my number one
man.
is Black Bag.
Yeah.
So
it came out on streaming, and I don't know why I haven't watched it yet.
I need to watch it too.
Really recent watch for me, honestly.
Okay.
Like, maybe like 5 days ago.
So you saw Steven Soderbergh, both of his films this year.
Yeah.
But very distinct. Presence and then Black Bag, what he's referring to.
I heard Black Bag was great.
I
didn't get a chance to watch it.
loved it. Psycho thriller. You could classify it as that if you wanted to. I think the biggest part with like why I would classify it in that is the themes of trust in it.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too much into it because I want you guys to like experience it on your own.
Yeah.
Because I think you guys should watch it. I know you guys probably will. But great suspense throughout. Really good storyline. I thought Michael Fassbender was amazing in it. I don't think he's as like he's such like a almost like under the table guy that like you don't really notice very often.
He does such movies that go under the radar. Like other than Magneto, people don't know him.
Yeah.
And it's a shame because he is really good.
So, I really enjoyed his performance, and I think you guys will see the same thing, and I think that kind of takes us into performances, but
yeah.
He's up there for me. I loved his character, but
perfect. So.
That's my top one. And like I said, my list is a little different, but hopefully this coming year get out into the theaters more.
Yeah,
there's nothing
seeing
a movie.
This is a big year coming
in the chairs.
It's a big year coming.
We support cinemas. We always
encourage
people.
I try to get out literally any chance I get. So whether that be the actual cinema, summer drive-in, love the drive-in, double feature, nothing like it.
Indeed.
But yeah, get into our next topic. This is our final topic. We need to name our favorite performance of the year. Let's do one male, one female, and that will be, kind of wrap us up here.
Yeah.
But, I can go first if we want.
Yeah.
Like I talked about earlier, Ballerina was great. My favorite female performance of the year has to be Ana de Armas because I did not think she had it in her. I did not. She was phenomenal. Like I said, I talked a lot about how in some of the movies, she gets kind of typecasted in most of her movies. Like I said, she's in a few that she does a decent job in, but I feel a lot of people could play the role that she does. In this one, though, I feel like she's very one of a kind in this role. So that's my favorite female performance of the year. And I guess my favorite male performance of the year gets pretty tough because it comes down to Leo and Michael B. Jordan. Yeah, I'd probably give. I loved Michael B, but I don't know if he's my favorite character inside of Sinners.
That's fair, yeah.
So I'm probably gonna lean Leo just because of the fact.
Surprise.
Yeah, not a surprise. But I'm probably gonna lean there just because he is my favorite character in.
Just because you have a poster of him on your wall.
I don't. We could take the camera around. There's no posters.
He's got the Romeo and Juliet,
yeah.
Titanic.
No.
With a nice couple candles underneath.
See, this is the funniest thing is because I really don't care for the Titanic, but different story.
To get into Cameron, yeah.
Different story. Don't care for the Titanic. But I do feel like he's my favorite character inside One Battle After Another, which is the second favorite film of the year. So. I would say best. No, Sean Penn's definitely him, and he had the best performance
of the year. He
had the best performance of the year.
I don't know if he's easily nominated. He probably will win.
He should win. I don't see another world where he doesn't. Once again, last year's Oscars really put me into a different spot because I was not a huge fan of how the nominations and the winners went. But once again, we'll see what happens when awards season comes.
It started, but Oscars is until like March usually. Like I know the Gotham Awards were the other night. I usually try to follow like.
My favorite performance of the year will be Timothée Chalamet. Marty Supreme. It will be.
I love Timothy. I'm just like
I've heard great things, and
there's been a shift for me with Timothy.
There's no shift.
He's got that ego.
It's been a shift for me too. I like him now more than he has an ego.
Like, I don't know, there's just something about, like...
He's got some
I like him now.
Like, Leo had an ego, but he's not... You don't see him in interviews, and he's very expressive about it.
Yeah, that's because they freaking screwed him over 100 times.
Okay.
He's like, whatever, I don't care. I'm just going to make banger movies now. But I don't care.
Timmy, after that speech, bro...
Good. Tell him, I'm the king. I'm the next to come.
I respect the honesty, but at the same time, it's like...
He's next up, man.
Bro,
he's gonna prove it to you. We got Marty Supreme, we got Dune, we got it. He's gonna prove it to you. Wait till we get to the Nolan flick. I'm just telling you. Besides his tiny piece of Interstellar.
Yeah.
Just crumb.
Did you want to go for the?
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, this is obviously I just said Michael's performance in Black Bag was really good, so that probably would be one for me. I also loved Coleman Domingo in Running Man. I thought he was
excellent. I wanted more of him. Man.
I know. I thought it was very obviously Running Man compares to Hunger Games a little bit with the show and stuff, but I thought he was way more he pulled you in and he had you almost had me rooting against. Almost had me rooting against Glenn.
Right.
I'm like...
I think it would help, too, is they gave you those little behind-the-scenes, sequences, whereas Caesar Flickerman in Hunger Games, you really just got him on, camera.
But still, if he played Caesar Flickerman, it would have been
way better.
Oh, for sure.
He, seeing the flip, too, like you said, off-screen and backstage, when he would get, real serious and be like, no, check out my contract. Bro, that's awesome. It's just natural. It's just a natural part for him, I thought. He really embodied the whole thing. So yeah, those would have been mine.
And he was eating up every outfit, bro, he had on. We appreciate fashion. So every outfit he had on, I was like, yeah, bro, serve it.
Yeah.
Just relive. Yeah, so we're going male first, right?
Yeah, I went both already.
Okay,
both.
Did you do?
I did.
Yeah. So female.
Cynthia and Wicked for Good. I thought she absolutely toted the movie. She carried for everybody in my eyes.
Yeah.
I mean, she did.
And it's her story.
She ate up all the screen time, of course.
It's Alphaba's story, but I mean, it was excellent. And I loved being able to see Alphaba's character close up in the movie that I didn't get to see in a musical. Like,
Yes.
you get all of the emotions and everything. It's just a different type of storytelling in film than it is on stage.
It really is. There's just stuff like you don't get in the theater.
Yeah.
Vice versa. There's stuff you get in the theater you don't get in film. You get a live performance.
So a bit of a basic pick, but
No,
I don't think it's
It's not
basic.
basic. It's understandable. She was great.
She was a great leading lady, and then like her voice, dude,
So good.
Like the way it cuts, like
From a different cloth, man.
I'm telling you, that's why I'm pretty sure she has a Tony. I know that. I'm pretty sure she has a Tony award. That's why that voice is crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll go male. I already spoke on it. My favorite performance today was Ethan Hawke in Blue Moon. I think just the way he carries this film and really embodies this character of Lorenz Hart. He's never. I've seen Ethan Hawke in a lot of things, and he's never had this type of bag. Where, like, I almost compared him to, like, Robin Williams, like, where he has this comedic and dramatic bag that's just deep, bro. And he's able to kind of click in and out of it. He has this charisma about him. And, yeah, it's just, he's so good in this. And then I'd probably say female. I was kind of debating. Not gonna lie, I had a few names down. But I'm gonna go Jennifer. Yeah, I'll throw it in. Jennifer Lawrence and Die My Love. I know you. I don't think
I wanted to see that. That's on my watch list. I literally have it down here.
It's the reason I didn't have it on my list of movies because it's a hard watch. It's very disturbing. Like the themes in it are like tough. It's like sad, but like her performance is so good in it, man. Like she plays this like postpartum like depressed mother.
I heard about it. I didn't get to see it.
Yeah, she just absolutely destroys it. Robert Pattinson is in it too. Yeah. He's pretty good as well. But oh my God, Jennifer Lawrence. Like she should get a nom. I don't think she's gonna win for Oscars, but I think she'll get a nom for sure. Very well done.
All right. I guess my last question to you is: we talked about some debut actors and actresses. Jason Finley gets her debut in One Battle, and Sammy gets his debut in Sinners.
Oh.
Better performance.
Better performance between the two. That's a good. Yeah, that is a good one. I'd probably have to go because his name's Miles Cannon. That's his name. I'd probably go Miles Cannon. Because the singing.
Yeah.
Like, come on, this guy should just be an artist, but he's putting in this work acting.
He did good acting.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So like, I feel like if I'm going strictly off performance, Chase Infinity, but overall, I'd probably say Miles Cannon.
All right. Just had to double check. Came to the
that was a great, because that is his debut.
It was his debut film too,
and he's the lead.
Yeah,
essentially. That opening scene with him, man. I could go on about Sinners forever. So good.
But all right, that wraps us up. But
was there any like other like seg?
No, that was it.
Okay. Yeah.
But all right.
I'm Legend.
Cap.
Zach.
We are
the Film Junkie Pod.